Hey you, if you've got a car, I'm sure that you spend plenty of money on gas just like I do. Something that I do to save money in that area is Fuel Rewards app with Shell Station. I use the Fuel Rewards app because it gets me 5 cents off per gallon of gas every time I fill up to 20 gallons. And with that, the app is just very handy, and there are an abundance of Shell stations near me. Using their app and like filling up at their stations has worked for me, and it has definitely saved me money. I would recommend like going to any gas station chain. Um, what I'm trying to get at is your loyalty is rewarded. So I open up the app here. It shows me current rewards balance, 5 cents off per gallon of gas. I'm at gold status. Shell just happens to have different statuses for like their different levels, how many times you fill up and whatnot. You can definitely save more per gallon of gas if you apply for the credit card and whatnot. I have not, but you definitely can if you're trying to save money. They have other featured offers in the app, all kinds of different stuff that you can take advantage of. Dining reward, earn 10 cents per gallon for every $50 you spend dining out or ordering in, $12.97 to go. That's pretty sweet. I can enjoy gold status for 3 months, 5 cents off per gallon of gas every time you fill up at participating Shell locations. There's also in-store rewards for your in-store purchases. So they have earn more offers. You can link a credit card or a debit card. That'll save you more money. Like I said, if you apply for their credit card, you can save more money each time you fill up on all kinds of in-store perks when you buy food and drinks and whatnot. They've got a stations tab. You can kind of plug in where you're at, road trip or near your house, whatever the case, to see nearby stations and messages. I know that I get notified anytime I go there when I have my location on, because it warns me of in-store rewards. So if I click the little person tab on the top left, you can see it's got my info and my lifetime savings. Like I said, I've been using it a little over a year and I have saved over $100. That's like if I told Shell I was gonna fill up at their stations every year, like they would basically give me one Benjamin Franklin every year. So that may not be a lot to a lot of people, but for going to the same gas station every time, it's not by any means out of my way. There's plenty where I'm at, especially if you're driving a truck, still commuting to work 5 days a week from somewhere really far, even on a road trip. Recommend doing that with any gas station chain near you. It doesn't have to necessarily be Shell. It's just something that I have done that has saved me money and it has worked out. And so something that I do to, in a way, monitor my car's health is I use Google Sheets to track my miles per gallon. So date, first of all, when I filled up. Next column is price per gallon. And then is price to fill, or the price that it costs for me to fill up my tank. The miles traveled, basically how many miles I got out of that tank. The gallons filled is a number like I fill up, or a number I get from the station each time I fill up. And so what I do to get the MPG right there, or the miles per gallon, in that far right hand corner, is I take my column D right here, miles traveled, and I divide it by the gallons filled. So I enter that formula into the spreadsheet over here, and that's what gets me my miles per gallon in the far right hand corner. And this has been useful for me because I can go back and reference when gas prices were like at what price, if something was going on in the world with like oil or whatever the case. I can even like how do I say, take certain dates and see how much money I spent in like a given month or like a year, just by adding up the columns. I can see like how far I've traveled, and with that, for instance, I have a car that requires 91 octane fuel or higher, so I always put in premium, and with that I'm able to notice like when I put in premium and when like I don't, because I have put 87 octane or unleaded in my car before, and I can definitely tell when I do that because I don't get as many miles out of a tank. And so that's been neat to see, and like I said, it's a good way to monitor your car's health. And for instance, like you do burn gas a lot faster or more in the winter, so like I notice in the summer I get a lot more miles out of my tank. Another thing I do over here is I monitor like my services. So like for instance, oil changes, new tires, tire alignments, how much it cost me, so on and so forth, and at what mileage. It's just a way for me to like stay organized and kind of like keep track of everything that goes on with my car. I'm not sponsored by Shell or anything. I just recommend finding a gas station chain near you to go to if they have like a great reward program, because that can get you all kinds of like gift cards, in-store rewards, and even save you money. And also keeping track of your car's numbers, the gas mileage and whatnot. You can definitely tell if something's wrong with your car, if all of a sudden you're getting way less miles or whatever the case, and you can kind of reference and see and keep track of how much money you spend on fuel and transportation. And that has been beneficial for me. I just like being organized in that sense, and I can reference back to when I got new tires, when my tires were aligned last, and also like my most recent oil change. Keeping track of those things can definitely help with the lifespan of your car and ultimately save you a lot of money. So let's get started. The time is now.